In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the inner tail light on a RAV4 located on the tailgate. So I'm going to start by removing the center trim piece here on this tailgate cover, then the two outers. With a plastic trim tool, just going to get underneath there and pop it up. Let's see if we can start on this side. Just pull the plastic right down. I'm going to lay it out inside the bed of the car. So before we take this big panel out, I want to explain to you that these trap doors are basically for the bulbs. You can get to the bulbs that way, but you can't get to all the mounting screws. They're out here, there's two here, and then there's one. You can barely see them. So you're going to have to take this whole plastic tray out. So now that those other ones are out, you're just going to grab it and give it a pull. Follow it all the way around. Now what I like to do before I'm done is I'm going to look inside here and see two clips and line them up. I have two missing there, and then one there that went flying that way, and one on the bottom. So that's it. I have 4 trim clips missing, 3 are in the actual tailgate, and one's over there on the floor. So we'll gather those up. So I just want to show you how to take this body clip out. It helps if you have a body trim tool. You can probably use a pair of needle nose pliers. You just want to get tilted and try to get underneath that bottom piece right there and just twist and pop it. There we go, just like that. So this is the actual body panel, and this is how these hooks go in. See the loop, the smallest loop right there. You're just going to line that right up with that piece and lock it in. So I'm going to undo the actual bulb connectors and harnesses first. So the largest one, just pull that tab, squeeze it, pull down. There we go. And that inner one, same thing, this little tab right there, squeeze that and pull that. There's 5 mounting nuts on this tail light. There are 2 nut caps out here on the inner edge of the tailgate, 2 right here, and then 1 single one through this eyelet hole. And that is the one where you have no access from anyway if you drop the trap doors. So that's why you have to take that whole plastic piece out. Now I'm going to use an extension with a 10mm socket and just start from, I'm going to go from the inner and work my way out. These are little 5mm studs in a plastic housing, so no need to tighten them up too much either when it comes time to put it back in. There we go. Now this is where I probably lower the tailgate to a certain point so I can easily take that lamp out without damaging the paint. So now I'm going to lower the hatch like I said. I'm not going to shut it all the way because I'm going to hold it with my leg so that I can get my hand in here and pull on this lens. You can use a body trim tool too at this point. I use a plastic one. There we go. And there's your light. So now that you see, I just cleaned that up, get some of that dirt out, and I'm going to line this back up. Falls right into place. Now I can lift the tailgate up. I'm going to put these outer ones on by hand. Two middle ones. And then that single one in there. This I might need to get an extension, do it by hand. So I'm going to take my 10mm with extension and I'm going to put the nut in, line it up through that hole, and I'm going to tighten it up. I'm just going to start it till it starts to bottom out, and I'll stop. I like to go from the center out, so I'm going to take the 2 ones in the center and I'm going to snug them up, and I'm going to keep an eye on the actual edge here and make sure that doesn't move and it's lined up perfectly. Bottom's out. I'm going to do the bottom. I'm not going to use an air tool, electric tool, because this is a very thin stud that goes into plastic. We don't want to break it. So we're going to bottom it out. Give it a little eighth of a turn. Always go in a back and forth motion so that you don't crack plastic. And I'll go to the outer edge and do the same here. Let's go to that last inner. And then I'll go to the center and give it a nice quarter turn. And now we're ready to connect the bulbs. So we're going to connect the bulb connectors again, and now you line it up and push till it clicks. So I'll line up that connector until it clicks. So now we can put the actual inner trim back together, and it kind of hooks on the front there. You'll feel it connect to some of the mounting points, fall right into place. Make sure it clicks all the way around, there's no gaps. All right, so now we can move on to the two side arms. So we'll put the driver's side secondary trim piece on, click it into place. We're gonna go put the passenger side on. And then the centerpiece. So now you're ready to close that tailgate and look at that new light. Much better. When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.